I made a zine, a one-sheet zine, every month for a whole year. Yeah. And this is going to just be a flip through of them. It's one of those things where I've thought about making this video for a while, and now my brain's just, I don't know, moved on, gone empty. They're just a one-sheet zine. It's just one sheet of paper, which I think is really cool, just folded, and then they all have a poster on the inside, which I kept as just much like line work as possible, because I thought it was cool that it could also be a colouring sheet. Yeah, so I'm going to show you the flip through of that. Yeah, this zine is called Brain Fart, but every single month, or every issue, because now it's not monthly anymore, but I'm not giving up on it as a series. Every issue is a different topic, a different anything. Like, it can just be all text, it could be all drawings, it could be about anything at all. Like, literally, it's just whatever I want to do, and I give them away for free with shop orders. But yeah, so each month I gave them away with shop orders. But if you want any of them, now that that's obviously, you're not in those months anymore, because it's how time works. They're on my Patreon as printable files, so you can print yourself a copy of the zine. You could also just print yourself the poster if you wanted to have it as a colouring page, or as a black and white poster. It's cool, it's up to you. And I also have a listing in my shop with all the leftover copies, so if you want me to send you a physical version that you don't have to print for yourself, then there are some of those left, and they're just there until they run out. I'm not going to print any more of them. I started this because I needed a creative goal. I was in a bad place. I wasn't feeling very good about myself. I wasn't feeling very good about my ability to be creative. And so I created this low pressure thing with a deadline so that I'd be doing something creative regularly, for the need to be doing stuff, and also to show myself that I could. Yeah, so I made this goal just to make a zine about literally anything I wanted to. No pressure for it to be appealing or what I think people would want, or for there to be a theme running through them. Like, every issue could just be completely random. Just making stuff for the sake of making stuff. But then also having the push of the goal of having a new one every month, so that I would have to actually put in some effort. I couldn't just keep putting it off. I would like, no, it's, you know, here's a deadline. I've got to actually do it. And when I started doing it, the idea of coming up with one every single month and getting it printed in time, just, it felt like a big task, like it was going to be a lot of effort, which was equal parts intimidating and the point. Like, I wanted to get something out of having to put in the effort. Yeah, and it worked, because it got easier to do. Like, it worked, it was good. The most recent one though that I made for May, it felt like it was a little bit forced. Like, oh, I have to get a new one sheet out. And then I was ill, so I couldn't make one in time for June. But it felt like it was time for a rest from it anyway. I'm hoping to come back to it more organically, or I'll use it again when I next need a push. I don't know. But I do know that I'm proud of making a whole year's worth of them. And there's some stuff in there that I really like. So it was very worth it. I'm very proud of them. So, issue 1. We start back in June 2023 with Red Sonja, because I watched the film and I fell in love, and was genuinely surprised that the people of Letterboxd did not feel the same way. And then the poster is this little guy with their knowledge of a negative opinion doesn't have more value than a positive one. Issue 2 is some plants that are growing in our garden that we didn't plant, because I love natives that just pop up, and I love the bugs that love it, and I love nature, and I love our wild garden. And then the poster is in honour of that too. Grow weeds. Issue 3 my eyes got old and I felt weird about it. So the only answer to things like that happening is to make a zine about it. So I did. And then the poster is this super cute little alligator with his glasses. See you later, alligator. I love that guy. I think that's really cute, if I do say so myself. And then issue 4 is rats, because they're perfect creatures and they should be celebrated at every single opportunity, because rats are wonderful. And then rats rule for the poster. There's little dancing rats. I'm sorry it's out of focus, but you get the idea. Issue 5 is text time, because this is just a dense stream of consciousness text. I just typed. It's what it's like to be in my brain, just constant. Unless it's head empty, but you know. But yeah, this one is about autumn, and the poster is a Halloween guy. And then issue 6 is I watched all of Star Wars for the first time, like the 3 trilogies for the first time, and then I ranked them. And I love Yoda, so he gets to be the poster. Issue 7. Another thing that I love is the charity secondhand bookshelf in Big Tesco. So into a zine that goes. I just recorded some of the things that we've got from the shelf. And this one went out in December, so the poster is a calendar, which I've coloured in a small amount of. That's not how it comes if you get it. It would just be black and white. Then issue 8 is about how I need you to love pigeons as much as I do, because they're perfect and they're precious and they should be adored by us all. And this poster was for the new year, so I drew an Ouroboros and it says, "You have everything you need," which I thought was quite clever. And then issue 9 is a winter walk in the cemetery. I remember that walk. It was so cold. And I only remember that specific walk because I made a zine about it. So make a zine about stuff. And then the poster for this one is a cool dude, and it says, "I never know what anyone is talking about," which is a true story. Issue 10 is another text-heavy one, and this time it's for spring. And it's about gardening and little guys that live out there and how I love them and I don't mind if they eat my plants. And then the poster is nature. It's gross and cool. And issue 11, I asked the important question, creature or monster, and used some guys from films to think about this amazing hot topic that we are all thinking about. And then I drew the little creature. I am just a little creature, because I am. I mean, aren't we all? And then issue 12, it felt special to have done a full year, so I printed this one in colour to celebrate. It's got the Kurgan and his mini milk. And for the poster I just went with a classic. Make more zines, read more zines. Because we should, frankly. It's called Brain Fart. It's a one-sheet zine. It's about anything. And there's a poster on the inside, so when you unfold it you can stick it on your wall, which I always think is really cool. I love zines and paper. It's just really cool. I think that's it. It's just a zine. It's just a one-sheet zine called Brain Fart. And I have a whole year of them, and now I have shown them to you. Now, let's all just go make more zines. Thank you for watching. Bye!